So hi, Will the Good Noise podcast. I'm Shane,
I'm Glory.
and we're here with,
I'm Eli with Boys of Fall.
and we're asking some questions today about their new single, Empty. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to it so far?
Man, it's been crazy, honestly. A little, I would say unexpectedly well. We've been kind of watching the numbers behind the scenes, and it quickly overtook Distance and a few of our other songs that have streamed really well for us, over the last few years. So it very quickly went right up. And yeah, I mean, I'm just blown away by it. It's been really cool.
Well, the song
I'm happy
fucking
to hear
rocks.
that.
So
Yeah, it's well deserved.
yeah,
Thank you, thank you. It was. I have to admit, like, it was a little difficult for us coming out of Distance to write Empty in particular. Like, we really. I'm sorry, my dog is drinking a ton of water right now.
Okay.
You're all good.
But yeah, we kind of had a hard time because we were really satisfied with Distance, and if you kind of like just take into the time frame of the pandemic, we never got a chance to like tour on Distance or anything. So it was like really difficult to get back into the swing of things for writing music, and it drove our manager nuts.
Poor
But
Mark.
yeah, but like it ended up working out. I'm really glad we took the time that we did to do it because I think the song came out well. So
Hell yeah.
Perfect. So, is there any meaning behind the single title or cover art?
the cover art actually, our drummer Bean actually put that together because we were gonna go with the artist who did Distance, and we're planning on moving forward with him again in the future. It just didn't work out timing wise right now. So our drummer Bean is a fantastic photographer, and so he was going through a whole bunch of his old film photos that he took over the last couple of years, and just really started doing some cool stuff with it on Photoshop, and that's kind of how we came up with it. We wanted something to look nice, and we kind of have like this idea, a couple ideas going forward aesthetically, that like any covers that we do will have like one type of look, and then any singles that we do will have another. So as far as like a deep meaning is concerned, no, but
Mhm.
we are collectively trying to achieve something aesthetically. It's definitely something that we're putting more thought into. I think over the years, like, we didn't do necessarily a good job of that. Like, we just cared so much about how the music sounded, and then we're just like, let's put it out. You know,
Yeah.
we'll deal with the cover art later. But I think collectively, I would say this last album cycle was like Distance. It really started. Like, I've wanted to for a long time, like, really focus on that part of it. Mike is too, and so yeah, that's kind of how that all came together.
All right.
All right.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for the single?
Yeah. Like I mentioned before, it took longer than we expected. The the original riff, Jake, all the songs really kind of start with Jake and Mike. Jake is the riff machine, and then Mike is the structure machine, and then we work on Dan's leads, and then I kind of I spend a lot of time in a producer role, so I will like really think about how I'm hearing things, and it's really kind of cool to do it like that because I tend to overthink things as a musician. So like if I have the guitar or something in my hands, then I'll overthink it. But if I'm just kind of observing and watching and listening, I'm really able to pick things out as a listener, and
Mhm.
I think that helps our band, and we all kind of do that. Like, we're all very much, because we've spent so much time self-recording and stuff. We've all become really good like producers and songwriters, and so I think that the further we go along, that is definitely reflected in our music. And as far as like Empty is concerned, like I mentioned before, like, it took a really long time. We had, I mentioned, like, creatively, also like the timing wise of the pandemic, like it was just a really, and I'm sure everybody can kind of relate, like it's really strange what the entire world went through, and it was like we kind of pressed pause on our lives
Mm-hmm.
for like 2 years, and then all of a sudden you press play again, and like for us it felt like no time really moved on at all from distance. So really trying desperately hard to like think of something outside of the box on like what, but also building upon what we did, because we were really
Mm.
satisfied with the sound that we made with the record of distance collectively,
Mhm.
so we didn't want something to sound exactly like it came off of the record, but we wanted to go to create something that sounded like it could go on the record, if that makes sense
Yeah.
That
at
makes
all.
sense. Okay.
So yeah, that's kind of where we went with it. Yeah, and then the best part about it was like towards the end of it, like when we knew that the song was going to be what it was going to be, because like I mentioned, it took us a long time because we tore it apart. Like it it began sounding exactly the way you hear it now, and
Mm-hmm.
then we tore it apart, and it sounded completely different for a very
Oh.
long time.
Uh-huh.
And then after listening to it a bunch and everything, like we all collectively were just like, dude, we are overthinking this. Like we need to put it back together, the way that it was. And then, when the green light kicks on for us creatively, like we start building on each other's ideas and stuff like that. And it was a really good process. And that's when Mike really came up with all of the vocal parts that you hear. He had it he had it all written in a night, and it normally takes him a while. But I know that he came up with this chorus, and like the vocal cadences and stuff like that all came to him while we were finally tracking and stuff.
Oh,
And
wow.
so yeah, it was that one is, I'm really glad that it's doing well because we put a lot of work into it, oddly
Mhm.
enough. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this track and the meaning behind it.
Ooh. I'll let you go first.
Oh, favorite lyric. That's like a cop out, but I really like the chorus lyrics, but I like the end lyric. Personally, just trust this person that you see isn't who I'm meant to be at all is just kind of like I don't know. It kind of was exactly what I wanted to say lyrically, and it kind of like flowed out perfectly to end the chorus. So I'd probably say that's my favorite lyric from the song.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I like two parts. I like the better moments callback, and I like the what's the line where you say, I find more trust in an enemy than you, or something like that. Like when I
Yeah.
read that, I was like, damn.
Hell yeah. All right.
Perfect.
So where was your headspace at while you guys were writing this single?
Personally, like my headspace was it was super, super hard to write this single for us because we wrote Distance and we were so stoked on Distance. And then like it was an album that came out kind of right during the start ish of the pandemic, or, a little ways in. And, so we never got to tour on it. We never got to play shows. So we never got to really like move on from the record. It kind of just felt like 2 years didn't even happen. And then all of a sudden it's time and you owe a single. And we're like, well, crap, man, we haven't even like played these songs out or like seen, how people respond to them or like any of this. And now we're supposed to write something new. And so it was challenging. And I feel like, we kind of just went back to our roots a little bit and was just like, you know what, we're just going to kind of do the same mindset that we had with Distance and just kind of trust ourselves. And that's just kind of how the song ended up coming out.
All right.
All right.
Perfect.
Anything to add in?
Yeah, I mean, I talked at length about it, but like, yeah, definitely, like the pressing pause on your life and like, it feeling, not like that much time had passed, but it really did. Somehow you have to figure out creatively how to move on, but you're not sure how. And, in my own like frame of mind, I really wasn't like like entirely focused on music. Like I've done a lot of like I've gone through a lot of personal changes in the last couple of years. So like really trying to shift gears back into this part of my life has been a challenge. And so yeah, like that I would say that it's been challenging. But it's extremely rewarding that like it's doing so well. Like it means a lot. It's a good reminder of like why you do it, you know.
Absolutely.
For sure. So, how do you guys recommend your fans to listen to this single for the first time? Should they play it in the car with friends, start with headphones on? Should they blast at a party, work out to it? What do you guys personally recommend?
Hmm.
I feel like a lot of our the people that love our band would say either work out to it or I don't know, listen to it in your headphones when you're when you're feeling down, because that's like basically kind of the overall like theme of the songs are. But yeah, I mean, I would definitely say work out to it or just jam it with your headphones.
All right.
For sure.
So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your heads, I want you to describe this single for new listeners in 3 words. No more, no less. Both you have to do it.
Okay. 3 words. I get 3 words.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. I would say, groovy,
Okay. Good start.
spicy,
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
and groovy, spicy, and that chorus is. Oh man, I'm gonna drop a dud here. I would just say strong. Like it's a strong, it's a strong song.
Dang it! I was rooting for you. I
I
thought
know,
you're gonna
bad.
do another E. Come on.
I was
I'm
gonna,
sorry.
I was on the same wavelength because I was gonna say powerful.
Yeah. So
No,
it's a strong chorus.
Yeah, powerful, catchy, and angry.
There you go.
Ooh,
Hell yeah.
perfect. So, is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this track to invoke in your listeners?
I mean, yeah, not that I think each song, like I kind of like hearing from different people, their perspective and how, certain songs, like what it invokes in them. Cause sometimes it invokes completely different emotions from like person to person. But, I don't know, there's like no way to explain it, but like, I just like when people like put the song on and they just get into it and like start bobbing their head. Like that's kind of the only feeling I want from them. I want people to like listen to it and like be able to like bang your head to it. That's all I want.
Okay. All right.
Love that.
So what band or artist influence do you think you can hear the most on this track, if any?
I don't know, Memi, what would you say? I mean, I would say like, and they're not even close, but like just in the way that some things are done, like I would kind of say like Dayseeker maybe, but like way poppier, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that like I think when Dan joined the band, we really tried to. This is my dog Bailey, guys.
Oh,
Hi,
hi,
Bailey.
Bailey.
I work so much that she's like attached to me at the hip when I'm home. I would say that like since Dan joined the band, we've like really made a conscious effort to like move forward in like a groovier direction, and that's like a broad term because like we kind of mishmashed it a little bit with like our heavy influences from when we were younger. So yeah, like and then around the time that Dan joined and like we were going through a lot of change as a band, like we never lost like a lot of those influences that like were popular at the time. So like bands like the 1975 and Bad Sons and Don Broco and stuff, like that was all music that we listened to while we were on tour. So that kind of naturally influenced, like we were, I think, rhythmically trying to combine that with something that was very current in like the pop punk scene, while also trying to be like true to Jake and Mike's like pop punk influences. And so I guess I'm long-winded on this, but I suppose you could say that like those influences are still there, and are like developing further, as well as like I hear a lot of like Bring Me the Horizon in the chorus a little bit, like new Bring Me the Horizon. So yeah, just kind of like all that just mashed together.
All right.
Yeah, that's perfect. So is this track leading up to anything bigger? Album, EP? Tell us everything.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I can't give too many details, but we are working on some sort of body of work that will be out this fall.
Okay.
This fall. Okay.
All right.
Is it similar to the sound of this track? Are you guys trying something new?
I don't know. It's kind of it's still free forming. I think it'll probably be a wider like range of different styles of stuff that we've done. But I can't really say much more outside of that.
All right.
Honestly,
God, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I think that like from what I'm hearing so far and like how like the ideas are coming together, like I think it really has a potential to be, and like I'm saying this like out of appreciation for our fans. Like I think that like what comes next from our band has like the potential to be the biggest thing that we've done. And I think like we're fortunate that like it seems like almost everything we've done throughout the years has done that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I guess like that's how it feels. And I'm excited about that. And I think that like the ideas that are coming together sound really good. And I'm stoked about them.
Oh yeah. Well, you got me excited.
I was going to say, if you're excited about them, I'm excited about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the cool thing is too, is like, we're also like, I don't want to, okay. So like there is also a potential, like really cool vocal guest feature that we're working on as well.
Ooh.
with a homie.
Mm-hmm.
And, that person is in a really dope band that I'm sure that you guys know as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's like, for me, that's really exciting too, because like we haven't really done that at all. So that'll also be cool. So yeah.
This is very cool.
Very
I want to push
exciting.
for more, but you're not going to give me anything, so I'll
Yeah, that's about it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I
picture.
probably gave you too much.
No, you're good. You're good.
So picture this: you're on tour at a gas station for a rest stop. What was your snack of choice?
Oh, dude, Lifesaver gummies.
Okay.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be beef jerky.
Yeah, beef jerky's been my new thing. I'm on that high protein diet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or I also get the Lifesaver gummies are delicious. Starburst are delicious. Skittles. I've been like really craving chocolate lately, so like just off the top of the dome, I'd say like Twix sounds really good.
I have a real bad Hostess problem, dude. Every time I go in there, I have this internal war that happens from me like not buying the cupcakes or not. And I'm like, yeah, those are my favorite things ever. The birthday cake cupcakes are like ridiculous.
They have birthday cake? Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
Hostess birthday cake cupcakes are unbelievable.
I didn't know. I only knew the chocolate ones because that's Hostess with the little swirl on top or something. Yeah. Didn't know they had birthday cake. I need to find that immediately, actually.
Yeah, got to get you some zingers too. Oh man, we're on the subject of gas station food. Like,
yeah, we've had so many gas station stops over the years. I'm just trying to think of the stuff that like because we've had a lot of test runs. I bought a lot of hot dogs from random gas stations, but I try to stick to like gummies now because
Safe.
I completely forgot about Mike and Ike's, dude.
I mean, what even are they? Yeah, I've never had them.
Oh my god.
I like Mike and Ike's, but I don't think I've had those since like middle school.
Oh my god, they're so good. They used to be like my favorite candy, and then my old roommate used to just smash Mike and Ike's. So he used to get the tropical ones.
You like the Red Hot?
No, I don't like Red Hots. I'm not like I'm not too big on cinnamon candy.
Or too much.
Fair enough. So you guys are very like there's always sweets in the van then. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, there shouldn't be, but there is.
It sneaks in there. And for a while, our old drummer, he was a type 1 diabetic, so there was always candy lying around.
Yeah. Yeah, we would always have his we called it his snack stash, and you know, because like if his sugar got low, like we had to have like juice and candy on hand.
Yeah.
And And we'd always steal a couple bites.
Of course. It's not like he needs it or anything, you know?
It's your tax. Yeah.
Right.
That's important.
So on the topic of food, if the band was a dish, what dish would the band be and why?
Oh man,
Mhm.
that's a great question.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna say a burrito. I'm gonna say a burrito because we're a whole lot going on in one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I was definitely trying to think of a smorgasbord of sorts.
Saying a Chipotle burrito, even though Jake would hate that reference. That's what I'm.
Yeah, Jake hates Chipotle.
That's unfortunate.
I would describe us as a. We're either. I would say that we're like a soup.
A soup.
like a gumbo.
A gumbo.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we like gumbo. Or like you know what? We're not just one dish. I would say that we're like a multiple course meal.
Oh, okay. And what
Yeah.
are the courses? Like what are you being served?
They're going to be very, very different things. So like course
Okay.
1 would be like tacos.
Okay.
Course 2 would be pizza.
Oh, okay.
Course 3 would be something real fancy for Jake. He makes this like weird dip, and I forget what it's called, but it's like some fancy Italian dip. It would be like a charcuterie board for Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Dan would be. I'm just trying to assign meals to each member.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then
You had it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something because like Dan is like real unique. Like he likes like his favorite band is like So Sonic, and he wears loafers. Yeah, they're awesome. I'm not
loafers with like designed lion heads on them too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like he's his own. Like he packs silk pajamas with us on tour. Like
wow.
Fancy. Dan's that guy. So I'm trying to think of like what is the food equivalent to Dan. But anytime I hang out with Dan, he just wants Taco Bell. Like his food taste doesn't match his like style taste.
No, bro's all dripped out walking up to Taco Bell. I can't. He's
Dan
super dripped.
Dan is definitely one of those eaters where you'll offer him new food that's like outside just his normal. Mm-hmm. And he'll be like, "Oh no, I've had that before." And you're like, "Oh, you sure you've had that before?" "Oh yeah, no, I've had that before. I don't like it."
Bean would be like cornbread and chitlins and just like the farmiest meal you can, like corn on the cob.
A big heaping pile of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that's Bean.
All right.
He loves farmy stuff.
I appreciate the breakdown.
Yeah, thank you.
So for the last couple of questions, we're going to shift completely away from music and go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh man. Okay. My last meal would be. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Okay, my last meal would be there's this Mexican restaurant in my hometown, and they make this dish called the LD Special, and it is lights out. They take a plate and they put the Mexican rice at the bottom, and then they put like shrimp, steak, and chicken like on top, and then they just drench it all in their like white nacho cheese.
Oh,
it is.
Yeah, that cheese is amazing.
Yeah, it's super unhealthy, and but it is just the best thing in the world. So that would be my last meal, and my last drink would be the champagne of beers. It would be a Miller Lite.
All right.
Perfect.
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't know. My last meal. So there's this Italian restaurant near my house called Moro's, and they have something called veal Colombo, which is like this veal with this really amazing like sauce and cheese on top, and then a big slice of cheesecake would definitely be my last meal.
Mhm.
Oh man, I didn't even
And
think about
then
dessert.
drink. Since Memmy said that, I'm just going with a shot of Jameson neat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's you.
All right.
Perfect. So, if you could live in one fictional world for a week, where would you live?
Oh, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Faj, you first on this one. I gotta think.
Man. Fictional place?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. Okay. What house are you?
See, I say Gryffindor, but my personality probably would end up putting me in Slytherin. So
Okay, that's good. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
All right.
I'm just, I'm very type A, and like I'm the dad of the band, and I just feel like that personality would end up putting me in Slytherin.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, my fictional place would be the Shire.
I was just gonna
Oh.
say, if you don't say Lord of the Rings, dude.
Because you know what, like of all the fantasy places, like the Shire is like real tranquil.
Mhm.
Like you ain't got to worry about, you know,
You just want
shit
to
going down.
You just want to drink beer at the Green Dragon.
Yeah, dude, like that is so my vibe. Like it's
Mhm.
gorgeous, you know, like, and it's like it seems to be always sunny, very temperate climate,
Mhm.
you know. That seems like and there's tons of drinking going on. It just totally seems like it's my vibe. But
Yeah.
like I would say somewhere from like Game of Thrones or something like that, but there's just way too much risk involved.
Yeah. I was
You
saying,
got-
you probably wouldn't last a week.
No, you've got, you
Surprise.
know, you got dragons everywhere. You got,
Mhm.
you know, like people fighting each other and casting spells on one another. It's just like it sounds cool, but like,
Mm-mm.
you know, in practice, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say New York in like the time of Marvel, but like at that point, it's like you're just running away from just pure destruction all the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Not safe either.
Yeah, no.
No.
So I have down of asking the last question, and every single person that we've spoken to has said that it is the most important question.
Oh man,
What's your favorite color?
Navy blue.
Nice.
Ooh.
and mine is green.
All right.
Ooh.
So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you guys would like to plug?
We just released a new single, Empty, that is out. You should definitely jam it. We have a tour coming up at the end of July, which is July 28th through the 31st, and we are playing a couple shows, so go to boysoffballband.com and check it out. And thank you guys so much for having us. We really appreciate being on here.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
All right.
Also, we're opening for Neck Deep.
Neck
August,
deep.
Yeah, August 4th in Grand Rapids. So
Which is
Michigan,
What?
Michigan folks. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
a big
forgot to
deal.
plug that because it still feels like I dreamt it up and it's not actually happening, but
Yeah.
it's definitely happening.
That's
sick.
crazy. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. We're really
Thank
excited
you.
and yeah, thankful for the opportunity. It's going to be a good night.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you for now. This guy's been Boys of Fall, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.